Hello, everyone. In this report, I will explore cost considerations in selecting and using educational technology and media for distance education. Cost is a key element in the actions and sections frameworks that were introduced in Part 2. Today, I will discuss the importance of cost analysis, cost categories and their drivers, and 3 strategies to manage these. With that said, let's begin. Bates looks at technology as the infrastructure, equipment, and tools, while media is the representation of the learning content. Institutions typically make technology decisions based on cost and organizational impact. Teachers have more control over media decisions for their courses. In both cases, understanding costs is essential. Cost analysis is crucial in guiding DE institutions and educators in technology and media selection. Is the project worthwhile? Is the project better than the status quo and other options? Is the investment cost-effective? Is the cost justified by the impact on educational outcomes, like improving accessibility or student performance? Is it cost-efficient? Does it achieve the desired outcome with the fewest resources? Cost-effective technologies are cost-efficient because they maximize the value of each peso spent. However, cost-efficient technologies are not necessarily cost-effective. They can just deliver cost savings without improving outcomes. Certain projects may also need to be scalable, meaning their cost and performance remain relatively unchanged as more students use them. But what costs should we consider? Bates presented a simplified approach to categorizing costs based on project phases: planning, development, delivery, program administration, and maintenance. Alternatively, the technology costing methodology by WCET offered a comprehensive and function-based categorization: instruction, academic support, student services, and institutional support. I will focus on media costs, although many insights apply to technology costs as well. Media costs have significantly decreased due to recent technology developments. As a result, teachers can now focus on finding the right media mix to support learning objectives. According to Bates, there are 4 main cost categories to consider. Development involves human and technical costs related to designing and producing learning materials. Labor costs are significant when accounting for the time worked by instructional designers, media and web specialists, and especially teachers. Technical costs cover video and media production, web design, software licenses, and copyright clearances for media assets. Development is a one-time cost, but the resulting media can be scalable, supporting more students without additional costs. Delivery includes the required technical and labor costs to run media-based courses. Labor includes the teacher's time spent on student interactions and evaluating student performance, as well as the time spent by academic, support, and technical staff. These costs increase with the number of students and recur every time the course is offered. Maintenance costs involve keeping the media resource current and operational, including website management and content updates and replacements. These are recurrent, but typically independent of the number of students. Finally, overheads are institutional costs for maintaining the technology infrastructure that supports media-based courses and materials. These do not typically impact media decisions at the course level. Of these cost categories, development and delivery costs are key drivers. Development costs depend on design choices, scalability needs, teacher experience with media, and the presence of development teams. A simpler design is less costly. For example, talking head videos and video recordings of lectures are cheaper than studio-produced videos. High-quality videos are feasible if they are scalable. That is why we see well-produced videos in massive open online courses. The high costs are spread across a large number of students so that the cost per student is considerably low. Inexperience with the media will be costly as development time takes longer. In authoring e-learning courses, a simpler and open resource like Curriki Studio can save on time and costs compared to a more complex tool like Articulate Storyline. Working with a team of media specialists can be both cost-effective and cost-efficient, although this is mostly an institutional decision rather than a teacher's. Lastly, teacher interactions raise delivery costs as class sizes increase. Scalable solutions such as adaptive tutoring systems, interactive multimedia, and automated assessments can maintain teaching quality while reducing the time spent by teachers on student interactions and evaluating performance. Considering costs alone, podcasts and talking head videos are more cost efficient than face-to-face lectures. Podcasts are easy to self-develop and have lower development and delivery costs compared to face-to-face lectures. Talking heads will require some development costs and more resources than face-to-face lectures, but delivery costs are lower. These two options are both scalable. Computer-based learning requires higher development costs and experience, but it is scalable, which may justify the investment when planned and implemented well. For open distance learning, open educational resources, including open textbooks, can significantly reduce development costs. However, finding quality OERs, integrating them into the course design, maintaining them, and evaluating their impact on student performance can all be challenging. In summary, the choice of educational technology and media should ultimately serve the institution's educational mandate and desired outcomes. Frameworks like actions and sections structure decision making by highlighting critical considerations like cost. Whether deciding to pursue a project or choosing between alternatives, understanding development, delivery, maintenance, and overhead costs allows us to identify options that are more cost effective, more cost efficient, and scalable. Ultimately, analyzing costs along with other factors enables the institutions and educators to make informed decisions to achieve their objectives while effectively managing their limited resources. Let's continue the conversation in the discussion forum. Question 1: what cost consideration is the hardest to manage in your institution? Why? What strategy would you recommend as a solution? Question 2: what insight from this report influenced your view of educational technology and media? How might this influence your future choices? Thank you, and I look forward to our discussion.